Yeah, she doesn't hit hard?
Like yeah.
She's fast, but she doesn't hit hard.
She kicks.
That's why she's so fast.
Oh, interesting.
I know.
It's about Charles Master Lewis. He was an amazing individual. He was the creator of a clothing company called Tap Out, and pretty much this is his movie. If you have any questions afterwards, you know, just come speak to me. I'll do a few Q&As and enjoy the film.
Nice.
Thank you for coming, guys. This is the baby premiere. It's going to be released April 3rd, as I said earlier. If there's any questions, I can answer.
Straight in there. Firstly, man, let me tell you something. I am absolutely moved, touched, and inspired by what you've done. I've never heard of this guy before. Just blown away by his story and especially the aftermath as well. How did you get to meet this person? What was your connection? You know, how did you get to know about this guy?
I founded a Tap Out portion of the media, so I did all the commercials. I did a movie called Rites of Passage. I think it was like maybe 17 years ago. It was at Sundance. And Charles was homeless at the time and he needed help with sponsorship.
Right.
So basically I branded Tap Out in all of my movies in the beginning. And then we kind of grew the company together. I kind of helped him with the media portion, did all the commercials. So as the company built, you know, I had more footage in him. I would film him. Every time I did a commercial for the company, I would always get the camera, do a little bit of him. So, you know, from Tottenham to San Bernardino.
Wow, wow.
Done quite a bit of homework and followed him. And my brand, one of my brands actually is mimicked after you know, Tap Out's logo. So I'm a big believer in...
You call him my lawyer on Monday.
Because where he came up with as you know, right, where he came up with the makeup was, you know, they were out at an event, came out of the event, and his flyers were all over the parking lot, from what he said. He said this would never happen again, and I promise no one will forget us. So he kind of followed in Kiss's, the group Kiss, in that direction from what he shared in interviews. I've never met him, and you know, there's two people in this world that if I could, I would meet, and that's Charles Mask Lewis and Pat Tillman.
Thank you, brother.
Awesome job, man.
What else? Any other questions? Yes,
I don't
Mia.
have a question. I just have a comment.
Mia St. John.
It's so funny because I think I told you this. I remember, like, you know, way back, hundreds of years ago, when I was opening for Oscar De La Hoya in Vegas, and I remember the highlight of those years. It was so funny. My publicist came running in the dressing room. Oh my God, Tap Out is here to see your bike. And I was like, no. And it was like, it's so funny because when I walked out there and I actually saw them, it's kind of like that feeling of, because they were huge, you know, and it was that feeling that you say, oh my God, I finally arrived, you know, because they were like, I just remember those days and they were like super big.
Yeah, like baby rock stars.
No, they were, it was like they were like rock stars.
And had the whole persona.
Yeah.
This is Mia St. John. She's a 5-time world boxing champion.
Oh, wow.
I have an interesting story. Around a year ago, I was sitting next to you. I just did an Under Armour campaign for Chocolatino. I don't know if I told you this. So I was actually sitting next to you at that fight for that campaign. So I did all the HBO programming and like, you know, 1 year later, I'm doing a short film, so it's kind of weird.
Wonderful.
So I feel like there's more to this story. You know, in my heart, I've let go of this film, and I think that's why it took so long. Because, you know, I had to raise. You know, I'm a commercial director. I did over 300 commercials, so I'd flip a commercial, go back to Mars, flip a commercial. So I'm hoping that this film can get more, you know, notoriety for Charles, and I would like to do, you know, another secondary documentary on what happened, you know, after he died, in terms of the brand dissolving. So I think it's very important in terms of, you know, the system. You know, Mia, you know more than anyone. The system comes in and it will steal from you. It will fuck you, and there's nothing you can do about it. You know what I mean? So, you know, I feel like I've not let this go. I feel Josh feels that too. So, you know, maybe this will turn into a feature. I would like it to become a scripted feature film one day. And I would also like to do, you know, a secondary documentary to show about the system and how it works, and when you die, they can come and basically steal from you and take everything from you, and there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. Sure, you can, you know, file a lawsuit, you know, you might get a few bucks here and there, but it doesn't really take away the damage of what may have happened to people's life, individuals, and so I feel that's something. Me and Josh have a production company called Side Control. We have like a couple amazing, you know, films on slate. One of them is on Lee Murray. I grew up with a guy called Lee Murray. Yeah. Anybody know Lee Murray?
I almost wore the free Lee Murray shirt.
I know.
That's fucking crazy.
Lee Murray got away with the biggest heist, one of the biggest heists in Europe. So I grew up with him, and XYZ, which is across the street, wanted to do a big film with him, and I have the kind of rights to that. We have another project on the pipeline. It's scripted. It's pretty incredible. Can't talk about it. Josh is looking at me like, no, don't worry, bro. What's anything?